Previously on Investigations 2. You used a bug to eavesdrop on our conversations, but there was someone else who wiretapped that bug of yours and recorded the whole thing. What's wrong? Did he use an electro bomb? Why wasn't it recorded? Are you saying you switched off the device so that your own voice would not be recorded? Since you don't have any proof of the instigation charges, it's game over. Let's move on to the next topic. Next! What's this? He seems a bit eager to change the topic of conversation. Oh, was she onto something? Now, where was I? Only Kay came into contact with Simon. If any sound was recorded at the time she was with the culprit. Uh-oh. Oh! So then, okay, he was the one that planted the bug on her, right? How would she have known to start hacking in, right? Like, it's weird, like, wouldn't you have to know that there was a bug to hack into it, or do you just listen for signals around? I guess you just listen for stuff around. So, like, she would have started hearing stuff right when he put it on her. That's actually kind of cool. Okay, I still have more than one hit here. When could a conversation with Simon possibly have been recorded? 2 nights ago. You just said that's when he was with Kay. If we listen to the recording from that time frame... Actually, you know what? Is it possible maybe he recorded some of what Courtney and the fake president were saying up there? Huh? Okie dokie. Rewind. That's a hell of a tape. Go on for that long. This is the sound of a hot air balloon. That's right. At the time, Simon was carrying Kay in a hot air balloon. Ergo, he was near Kay. Isn't there anything recorded? Uh-oh. What the fuck was that? A gunshot. Oh my god. Okay, wait a minute. Now, let me think about this for a second. They said that the body... Wait, it's in the organizer, right? Crime scene notes. Where is it? Oh, no. Yeah. Gunpowder residue was found on his right hand. He was meeting with her on the roof that night. So whatever this gunshot is, he pulled the trigger, probably. Let's just see what happens here. It seems you were quick to deactivate the bug. However, you were a little too late. You can't run anymore. That gunshot ties you to the case. What are you... what are you saying? There's no gun involved in this case, is there? No, there should be someone connected to the case who fired a gun. Let's strike with the evidence that points to that person. Which piece of evidence connects the gunshot to the case? It's written right here in the body doubles autopsy report. I was wondering about this, too. Gunpowder residue was detected on his right hand. Yeah. Where was Kay at the time this gunshot was recorded? That's right. She was being carried to the roof of the Grand Tower in your balloon. And as it turns out, there were a few more people on that very same rooftop at the time.
You mean the double and me?
Yeah.
Well, suddenly, after we talked for a brief moment, the body double noticed something and had me leave before him.
Now what if the gunshot rang out after that? We can clearly hear it in the recording. I doubt that you wouldn't have noticed it. Do you intend to feign ignorance until the very end? That's nothing more than mere conjecture. You keep using that word, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna put it right back up your butt. What we heard on the recording was not just a gunshot. There was like a clang. If you listen closely, you can hear the bullet hitting something. If the body double was aiming at Simon, then... bullet may have struck which piece of evidence. My first thought is like maybe it hit the fire maker, whatever you call that. The flame thrower that's keeping the balloon in the air. Otherwise, who else, like, who had what here? Okay, he definitely didn't have the mock, that's silly. The badge, I'd seriously doubt. It was kind of metallic, but it's not damaged, so it couldn't have been the badge. Any of this stuff would have been the ring, or the bug, or maybe it's like I was saying before. Small hot air balloon used for advertising. I'm gonna try it. The body double likely fired the gun at the balloon. If we assume that the bullet hit something, it would have been the balloon's basket. Let's examine it immediately. Okay. Oh, sweet, we just get the basket here for no reason. Well, for every reason, probably. And the rope, the flame generator. Oh! Oh! Examine Cito. This hole. It's a bullet hole. Lucky it didn't hit somebody. A bullet hole was found in the basket. You won't be able to talk your way out of this one. Yep, you were there, man. How do you intend to explain the gunshot and the bullet hole? So you figured it out. You're good. I guess it's impossible to hide anything from you. Spit it out already! Okay, no need to be impatient. Oh, just right into it here. It happened when I was riding the balloon to the rooftop. There's Courtney and fake president here. I saw the body double and you with Courtney on the roof talking about a surprise. Only the double noticed me. He told Miss Courtney to leave ahead of him. He then pointed a gun at me and fired. Why did he want to shoot down the balloon? I mean, maybe he thought somebody was on to him? It's simple. The body double had intended to kill Miss Courtney.
Kill me?
That's right. You talked to the double about John, didn't you? Well, it's not like the body double would have met with you otherwise. From his point of view, it was like showing him evidence that he was a fake. You mean he was afraid of Judge Courtney because she knew about John's past? Afraid? That's exactly right. That body double was a coward after all. A rotund coward. I remember how his hands were trembling when he fired the gun at my balloon. Are we all clear now? I was only there by chance. Just a friendly witness who was passing by. Well, lucky for Courtney then, huh? So how in the world did she get him to agree to meet with her, I wonder? You can't just call the president up and say, hey, come to my house, I want to have dinner with you. And talk about how you forfeited, or how you, like, embezzled $141 trillion. It happened when I was riding the balloon to the rooftop. I saw the body double and you, Miss Courtney, on the roof. Talk about a surprise. Only the double noticed me. He told Miss Courtney to leave ahead of him. He then pointed a gun at me and fired. So that means if Simon hadn't come, Judge Courtney would probably have been in danger. So wouldn't that mean he saved her life? And the motive behind Mr. Key's actions is probably not so noble. After all, this man was there to commit a crime just like the fake president. I suppose his crimes I'll need to listen carefully to his testimony. There must be an opening somewhere. Yeah, well, let's see. Happened to be riding the balloon to the rooftop. Saw the body double and Miss Courtney, yeah? Only the double noticed me. Are you sure, like, she didn't notice you too? He had her leave ahead of him. Didn't you say the body double had planned to kill her? Maybe he thought it would be bad if someone saw the scene of the murder. At the time, no one knew that the president was a fake, right? Once he got the info on John, he'd be able to kill both mother and son whenever he wanted. Thank goodness he's dead. Now you're both safe. You should be happy. Yeah. Whatever emotions you have towards that man, please put them aside until it's all over. For now, please continue your story. He then pointed a gun at me and fired. Okay, so he just didn't even didn't even call out and say who is it, or the bullet struck the balloon's basket cleanly. I panicked and quickly tried to get away so he wouldn't shoot me down, but talk about a close call. You say you tried to get away right then. That's right. Is there a problem? Is there a problem with this statement? Probably. How do you get away when you're stuck in a basket? You must have placed K on the rooftop. Couldn't have gotten away before then, correct? Yeah, that's right. I forgot. After the body double fired one shot, he entered the hatch to the 51st floor. I looked around for a bit, and then landed on the roof. Please add that statement to your testimony. Sure, I don't mind. Alright, after the double fired one shot, he entered the hatch on the 51st floor. I don't think so. What? Didn't Lotta say? Yeah? Yeah. Because I was trying to figure this out too. If he didn't go down the elevator, and he didn't go through the 51st floor, where did he go? Did he take the balloon? Once again, you lied. Lied? Why the fuck you lied? Sorry, the body double could not have entered the storeroom on the 51st floor 2 nights ago. Miss Hart's testimony proves it. Too bad you weren't there to hear it! How can you trust that sham journalist's testimony? What'd you say? You can't insult my mentor like that! 2 nights ago, that lady was staking out the 51st floor. Given that, just how did that body double leave the roof? Indeed, that is what we must now prove. If he didn't use the elevator or the 51st floor to leave the roof, then only one route remains. How did the body double leave the roof without using the elevator or the 51st floor? I would have to say he must have used the balloon! Of course... Oh. Way to go, Edgeworth. Way to be as cryptic as possible here. He flew. Flew? Flew the coop is more like it. Simon Keys, he rode in your balloon. And it's a wonder the balloon didn't come crashing to the ground from his girth. Never mind. Hey, stop joking around. Why would I have needed to give the body double a lift? The elevator had a security camera, and the 51st floor was being watched by Miss Hart. Your balloon was the only way the body double could have left the roof. Probably held her at gunpoint and made you do it. At the circus, we ought to perform dangerous stunts in order to surprise the audience. You think you got me cornered? Sorry, but the show ends here. What? Hey, you. Lotta, was it? I'd like to ask you something. Are you saying you stood watch on the 51st floor the entire time without any breaks? Well, wrecking course. There ain't no mistakes in my testimony. He's gonna be like, really now? But didn't the sound of Mr. Edgeworth's ass falling into the storeroom cause you to faint? I didn't mention it before, but after that I might have dozed off a little. To be more precise, I fainted. Well, something like that. So something did happen. Miss Hart, I have determined that the sound that made you faint, it was likely the sound of K falling onto the storeroom floor. Shoot! What's your point? Nobody's perfect. Well, I never said you were, but just look at her, Edgeworth. That's the kind of person you're relying on. Lotta Hart is my friend, okay? Kay fell in the storeroom after the body double had left the roof. Right, so she hadn't passed out yet. In that case, I have a theory on how things happened. After that cowardly body double fired a shot at me, he went and hid in the shadows until Kay fell into the storeroom. What? So what if he was hiding? Good grief, you guys still haven't noticed? What if the body double stayed hidden until Lotta had fainted? And then he went down the 51st floor. can't be. Precisely. The locked room mystery on the roof has been unlocked. Oh, God. He even said it in my voice. Oh, that's what he was doing. My bad. But wait, there's more. That is not true. Another letter? Oh, jeez. It's a lie! Then again, maybe not. Maybe I really did tell him. Right, John? It's true that I caused Miss head to fall, but I didn't know about my dad until today. I'm not lying. Oh, really? I wonder about that. I found out about the head falling thanks to the bug. Now, if you were the one who caused it to fall, and the body double was crushed to death, that settles it. You're the culprit. You've successfully carried out your revenge. Congratulations. All the pieces of the puzzle are now in place. As Mr. Edgeworth would say, the logic fits. Now then, any rebuttals? I'll give you a rebuttal. This is what happens when your butt gets stuck in the middle of real. You get a rebuttal. The murder of the double. The double dong. Manipulating humans into fighting with each other. Sounds just like me, right? I did the same thing to Knightley and Blaze. At any rate, there's no way the body double could have gone for a ride in my balloon. The double was crushed by the monster's head, right? And who was it that caused the monster's head to fall? Straight up. Do you understand now who the body's double's real killer is? The truth that I provided them with gave them a big motive for murder. Get it? Those two tried to kill each other because of the truth you're so fond of. Impossible. Hey, you detectives over there, hurry up and arrest this murderer. What's wrong? Why aren't you moving? Damn! I thought so. Just admit it. In the end, aren't you all the same as Blaze and the body double? You ignore the prime suspect and come after me without any evidence. How easily it can be distorted to best suit your needs. This law you all believe in. Oh yeah?
That is by no means true.
Oh yeah. If you're not going to arrest anyone, maybe I should have a talk with the policeman outside. If I tell them that John Marsh is the killer, they'll be forced to take action. Simon Keys, your testimony isn't over yet. No, it's never over, is it? Really? I figured you'd try to stop me, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any evidence, do you? Which means there's no chance for you to win, right? But if you still plan to stop me, you should be prepared to take on this much risk. Oh, that. Gee, I'm so scared. That much? Oh yeah, that much. It's only natural. After all, the fate of the true culprit, John Marsh, is at stake here. Hey, Miles? Why don't you take a nice deep breath? Okay, sure. Okay. One more. In through nose. Out to mouth. Alright, the point of contention between your logic and his claims lies in the body double's escape route. How's about, for example, we think of it like this? What's important isn't whether or not the body double got on the balloon, but rather, if we were to assume he did, what circumstances would have allowed for that? Oh my fucking Christ, are you kidding me? I think I just figured it out. I think I just figured it out. circumstances that would have allowed the body double to get on the balloon. That's right. Body double. I mean, he wasn't, like, working with the guy. Here's what I think, okay? I'm just gonna come out and say it right now. I think he landed on the president, the double, like, the body double with the balloon, and that's how he got crushed. Then he took the body with him and just dumped it, you know, in the lot. And he would have been able to do that without, you know, busting through any of the locks or anything like that. Actually, I'm not sure if that would work, though, because didn't we see the president standing behind John in John's video? Oh, crap. Maybe he crushed him there? Oh no, my mouse cursor's on the screen. Sorry about that. That's right, the body double not only had a large build, but he also had a gun. And in spite of that, no traces of sleeping drugs were found in his system. Which means it can't be. Mr. Edgeworth, are you ready yet? Hope you haven't forgotten about this. Oh no, I definitely haven't. This is bad. I must break his testimony somehow. Murder of the double. He might have still done it though. I'm just trying to... If it weren't for that shot, what was the president even doing in that shot? I don't remember. Was he just hiding there? Was that like an illusion? Did he stand the body up? Let's say he took the body there. I'm just imagining like different scenarios here. I feel like if we're gonna prove... Okay, here's the thing. If the only way for John to be innocent here is if we can establish somehow that it wasn't the head that crushed him. What else could have crushed him? Would the balloon even be heavy enough to do that, actually? Maybe with someone standing in it, but then you have to let it down really fast. You know, we should just read. Manipulating humans to fight each other sounds just like me, right? I did the same thing to Nightly and Blaze. At any rate, there's no way the body double could have gotten for a ride in my balloon. The double was crushed by the monster's head, right? Yeah, but that didn't happen until after you took him away. I almost feel like I don't even need to press anything here at all. Everything's so straightforward. I'm gonna try this one for a second. Let me just see what he says. It's the only way the double could have gotten off the tower. Well, let's suppose that's the case. Even if I had carried the body double down. Carried? What's the problem with that? Well, so you admit it. You did carry the body double. Let's not make a fuss over absurd opinions, Mr. Edgeworth. That's just not like you. You think the body double held me at gunpoint and asked me to go on a sightseeing joyride? There's no way that could have happened. And you know that full well, don't you? Do I? It's possible you negotiated with him by using the information about John as a bribe. Damn. But he shot at me, remember? There's just no way we can negotiate. In that case, what if you used sleeping drugs and transported him while he was knocked out? That's not a bad theory, actually. Then allow me to ask, have they detected any traces of sleeping drugs from his body? That's right, they didn't. My bad. Jeez, it's like a fight with Mike Tyson or something. Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there something more interesting we should be talking about? The double was crushed by the monster's head, right? This is our big thing. Allow me to propose a question. Was the double really crushed beneath the monster's head? For a genius prosecutor, you sure are quick to withdraw your previous statements. Weren't you the one who deduced that he was crushed by the monster's head to begin with? I was, but that's because that's all the information I had at the time. Yeah. New. Why the past tense? It's not like there's anything else now, you know? Well, there's a few things. Your face, for example. The body double was crushed to death by the monster's head. That is an unshakable fact. Is there nothing else? Decisive evidence that connects this man to the crushed president? How exciting, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you stop this useless struggle? Besides, don't you already know who the culprit is? Remember? Oh. That doesn't make me feel much better about my theory, although maybe a little bit, like 10% better. Who was it that caused the monster's head to fall? Well, we know that was John. I wonder if, like, sometimes when you press one statement, they give you clues about other statements. And I really don't want to present anything unless I'm at least a little sure. I mean, I guess I am a little sure, but certainly the one who caused the monster's head to fall was John. However, even John himself admits to that. Well then, doesn't that settle everything? Good job, guys. Case closed. The one who killed the double was John Marsh. And since the police just happened to be here, you're not sending a 13-year-old to jail. Not yet. There's still room for further investigation. Don't force yourself. Well then tell me, what else is there to investigate? And if you can't, I want that kid arrested as soon as possible. Take your eyes off the kid. You aren't going to overlook a crime, are you? Am I wrong? Mr. Edgeworth? What do we do? Is there really no hope left? Yeah, this thing here, when you get to the end, sometimes they give you stuff here. If Mr. Keyes killed the double, and the murder could only have occurred when the two went face to face, what he had with him at the time must be the real murder weapon. It's the frickin' balloon, isn't it? Yeah, he was crushed. Yeah, he was crushed under the monster's head, alright, but which monster's head? That's the only thing that, like, we don't know yet. Thing is, I think I do know. That makes me a little more comfortable right there. Okay, so the double's crushed by the monster's head, right? I think not. Man, is this really it? This is it, guys. 1 in a million. Yeah! Oh, baby! Okay! We are moving on. John was not the one who killed the body double. He was crushed by a monster. Quit clowning around. This isn't like you at all. Oh, I get it. Since John is supposed to understand the heart of a monster. The one who understands the heart of monsters is you. Not even I have monsters for friends, you know? You're about to. So stop being so modest. Didn't you have one very important friend? A monster you control at will! Simon Keyes! You're the one who killed the body double. But that's... Lion balloon. A monster made of cloth that expands when filled with hot air. Suits you quite well, wouldn't you agree? Sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. You're about to. You've been fixated on your claim that you manipulated John and the body double. Probably because it's an impossible fantasy of yours. After all, even an animal tamer cannot tame the dead. The body double had already been murdered while he was on the roof. And the murder weapon was the balloon you were in. I see. Although it floats in the air, that balloon still weighs several hundred pounds. When the double threatened you on the rooftop, you immediately came up with a plan to defend yourself. And that plan was to crush him with your balloon. Whether the body double wanted to get on, or that he was carrying a gun, none of that matters. Because what you carried in your balloon was the body double's corpse. Yup. Hold on a second, Mr. Edgeworth. You're saying the double was killed on the rooftop 2 nights ago? Well, that simply doesn't match up with the time of death. Oh, shit. That's not like you at all, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a good look at the autopsy report. The time of death was around 11 p.m. last night. Fried mushroom heads! I'm gonna stop saying that. Last night? That's right. The very night that Mizulla's head fell. Shoot! Oh no! I forgot all about that. But I knew there was something not right about that because of we saw him in John's video standing up. Oh, do we have to like retract all this that we've just done? Well, Johnny boy, come on, how about telling us the truth? You killed your father, right? I know the feeling. You hated him, didn't you? Your father who left you all alone forever. Don't you dare speak that way. You're wrong. I had no idea that guy was my dad. Not this again. Didn't I personally tell you myself? Is my logic wrong? Mr. Edgeworth, allow me to thank you once again for chasing down Blaze and Patricia and bringing them both to ruin. My revenge was a success, all thanks to your logic. If only the time of death matched up, then my logic would fit. Perhaps he did something to throw off the time of death? And what's more, Dane Gustavia, was it? He even took down the culprit of the IS-7 incident. Dane Gustavia was the culprit of the IS-7 incident. Oh. That's it. Gustavia killed Dover and hid his body in a block of ice. Mr. Gustavia intended to freeze the body in order to throw off the time of death. If the time of death had coincided with the Tea Party, Mr. Gustavia would have been suspected. That is correct! Oh man, I forgot about this guy already. Jeez. Ugh. Man, like father, like son here, huh? It's a shame that I didn't get to witness his destruction. How can you say that? Wasn't Mr. Gustavia your father, Simon? Not as far as I'm concerned. I'm scared. I'm so scared. This Roland keeps asking me about that day. Daddy, help me. Why won't you come save me? Is it because I broke my promise with you and didn't eat your sweets? I could care less. My father left me all alone. Even if we share the same blood, that man is not my father. I hate to say it, but like father, like son. Oh, Edgeworth, you are my spirit animal, my man. You are to me as Phoenix is to Luca. Which is kind of weird, actually, because I think she'd rather have you be to her, but... Oh, beside the point. I hate to say it, but like father, like son. You're the spitting image of him, Simon. The father you hated so much. I mean, look at you. What are you talking about? It must have been fate. By sheer coincidence, you just happened to use the exact same method your father did. To throw off the victim's time of death. We rescued him from the refrigerated warehouse near the harbor, pal. Oh, no! You're saying that I threw off the time of death? How would I have done that? The answer lies in where you hid the body double's body. The body. This was the place you used to hide the body. Right there! Throwing off the time of death by freezing the body, along with John's kidnapping. Two birds, one stone, am I right? Seems everything is coming together. Kidnapping? Why are we going back to that? I don't know a thing about it. Say that now, but I'll tell you what. Don't forget John was confined in a refrigerated warehouse. And it's cold in there. That's right. You kept the body double's corpse in that very same warehouse. 18 years ago, your father hid a body in the same way. What? My father? The one who abandoned me? Did the same thing? What a genius! Guess I might have to think about forgetting him. Who would have guessed that both father and son would use the same method? Well, I mean, that's a little bit of a stretch. One did it for 18 years, the other for a day. Stop. Don't let me in with that guy. My father. I'm nothing like him. There's not a single connection between us. You may think so, but even now your bond with Mr. Gustavia still remains. Didn't you say once before, I don't like sweets? Oh, man. That may have come from the shock of losing your father, don't you think? Oh, jeez. The symbolism, some of the symbolism in this is absolutely nuts. Because they've been doing that through the whole game with sweets. Kind of like they're associated with innocence. Because like Kate, you know, making the sweets for her dad. Or, well, that wasn't her dad, it was like her caretaker, but still, you guys have no idea what you're saying. Even if you deny your father, aren't your thoughts and actions the same? Holy crap. 2 freaks. 1, 2 princes who adore you. Just go ahead now. Particularly your belief of sacrificing others to protect yourself. And finally, your crimes were brought to light just as his were. That's the biggie, y'all. Just kidding. I don't know anything about that warehouse. I had nothing to do with the kidnapping after all. Oh my god, dude. In order to threaten Judge Courtney, it's clear that you took part in the kidnapping. Or partook. Same difference. How scary. Those who get involved with you will be charged with all sorts of crimes. In the end, there's no evidence for the instigation and for the kidnapping. None at all. Or what? The animals just appeared there that time. Are you gonna forge some evidence? Just like Blaze and the rest? No, I don't Blaze, thank you very much. Nothing of the sort. You always say I'll pursue the truth no matter what. Right. Don't you mean only the truth that's most convenient to you? After all, that's how the police pull the wool over the eyes of those without power. Nope. Alright. And that's why my revenge was necessary. Yeah. None of you can catch me. Not Patricia, not Blaze, and not even you. Mr. Edgeworth, at this rate, is there something, anything we can do? Even though all my logic points to this man. I just need evidence. Even a single piece of evidence would suffice. Well, you got like 20 of them. It's been a fun show, but it looks like it's time for the curtains to close. If you'd like, why don't you come and see my next performance? I'll let you if you admit defeat. Oh. What we got? Who was that? Gumshoe! Gumshoe! Oh, I'm jumping up and down! Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, that is 2 moments now in this case. The Gumshoe is just so epic. Gummy, where'd you go? I was just doing the job that I'm able to do, pal. Detective Gumshoe, your report, please. I did a quick investigation, sir, about the warehouse John was at. That refrigerated warehouse is currently being rented by the Berry Big Circus, just as Mr. Edgeworth said. Holy shit! So it's finally here, our trump card. Well done, Detective Gumshoe. Now then, Mr. Keys. Oh, well done indeed. What? You should be giving this man a raise! Jeez, at least raise his salary 1 time in any game. It doesn't have to be this one, but anywhere. But if there was ever a time that he deserved a salary raise, this is it, y'all. Don't you agree? Like, comment, and subscribe if you do. I'm just kidding. There must be some mistake. Maybe it has something to do with the circus. I lost control of myself for a minute there. I see, indeed, we are not well informed with the affairs of the circus. In that case, why don't we get your boss's opinion on this? Yeah. Regina is his boss? No way. Well, I guess she has the name, though, yeah. We are renting a refrigerated warehouse to store the animals' food, but I don't know much about the place. After all, I let Simon handle everything. Curse you! Yeah, Simon, how scary! What a shame. It seems your desperate actions after the crime were in vain. If the body was found in the warehouse, suspicion would have fallen on you, the one in charge. That's why you specifically moved the body back to the Grand Tower, wasn't it? However, I didn't even think to ask that, like why you didn't just leave the body there in the freezer. However, us finding John confined at the warehouse was a fatal mistake on your part. Our resident great thief and detective are both rather exemplary. Yes, they are. What's wrong? I can even tell through your face paint that you're looking pale. It's not over yet, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't know, it's feeling that way. Your logic is missing the most important piece of evidence. Oh, please do tell. Isn't it obvious? Evidence that I killed the body double with the balloon. You can't present it, can you? After all, there's no way such evidence could possibly exist. Evidence? It exists. Trust me here. Mr. Keys murdered the victim. Traces of the murder should still remain here. On the balloon? Or the body? I'm gonna say the balloon. Because we've already looked at the body. Are there gonna be traces of the balloon on the body? Probably not. It should become clear once we examine the basket of this balloon. Yeah, maybe there'll be like splinters on the body. The balloon again. Did you already find the bullet hole? There's no way you'll find anything else there. It'll be fine. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, wait a minute. Mr. Edgeworth is a hero who always finds the truth no matter what he's up against. That's right, pal. Of course it's gonna be fine. Mr. Edgeworth's gotten out of more impossible situations than I can count. Miles, I believe in you too. Give me a hug. Victory hug. But more importantly, I'm sure your old man watching over you believes in you as well.
Miles Edgeworth, calm down and think. You're just one step away from the perfect proof.
The proof! The body double was killed by this balloon. The proof lies in the traces left on the basket. Simon Keys, it's time for you to atone for your crimes. I'll see it with my own eyes. The moment this past case is settled once and for all. Oh my god, everybody's cheering me on. It's like the end of Paper Mario 2. Or Okami. Or Earthbound. Or what's the other one? Final Fantasy IV. This is the final piece of evidence that proves your crimes. What traces are left on the balloon that crushed the victim? I think that would actually have to be... Oh! The flowers! Cave Lion Lily's Judge Courtney gave the present found on top of the body by John. Take it. Suck it. Suck it. When John found the body, a bouquet of lion lilies was there as well. Lion lilies? The flowers from Zengfa that represent the bond between parent and child? That's your evidence? Surely they must be buried under a mountain of garbage by now. Moreover, the one who threw it away was John himself. That's not much of a bond now, is it? That language of flower stuff has nothing to do with this. Calm down, John. Certainly you may have thrown the flowers away. However, I believe those emotions remain as strong as ever. Those bonds will surely protect you from that man, in the form of my final piece of evidence. What the heck are you talking about? Those flowers were crushed. Ergo, they must have come into contact with the murder weapon. Perhaps we'll find the very same pollen still stuck to the basket of your balloon. That's exactly right. You guys examined the basket just a few moments ago. If there had been any yellow pollen stuck on there, wouldn't you have noticed it then? Maybe not. Yellow's kind of the same as brown, the color of whatever that balloon is. Mr. Keys, evidence is not restricted to what you can see with the naked eye. What? Emma? Guess what? I'm handing off the coup de grace to you, baby. Would you perform one more scientific investigation for us? Leave it to me. The balloon's basket, right? Let's do it. Ah, a reaction! Surprise, surprise! Pollen from a yellow flower. We'll find out soon enough whether or not it's from the same flower. Doesn't matter. We got this guy. We've got you, man! I say this proves that the body double's death was caused directly by your own hand. No way. That can't be. Oh no! Oh no! You crushed the body double to death on the roof of that tower. He should have put more bullets in his gun, I guess. Then you retrieved the body and hid it in the warehouse. Why did you have to go to the trouble of retrieving the body? 2 nights ago, he knew that a separate incident would occur at the tower. Oh, it was Crane's. That's right. Precisely, leaving the body there would have disrupted his plans. I see. But even so, he couldn't leave the body in the circus warehouse either. Exactly. So the next day, when he was bringing the body back to the tower once again, he saw the small fire John started, which caused the Mozilla's head to fall. Was that when the idea came to you? Your plan to pin the crime on John?
You made it look like the murder weapon was the fallen head. Such foul, cowardly behavior. You almost got my son arrested. I kill you! For that reason, you carried the double's body in the balloon and lowered it into the film lot.
Well, if he was taking it from the warehouse to the film lot, I would almost think he would use the truck, but okay, whatever. At that time, the figure of the body double being lowered down by a rope was captured in John's video recording. Oh, that's what that is. Oh man, that was stuck in my head, and I almost forgot about it till they brought it up just now. He definitely looks like he's flexing there, though. Whatever. Of course, if he had just been hanging there limp, it would have given it away, so I understand that totally. Damn, it was all through it all. Damn it. Damn you. You manipulated animals, you manipulated people, and you manipulated cases. It's about time you started manipulating yourself. Almost as if you were a king. However, now it's all come to an end.
Simon, the animals have gotten angry. Even Money and Astique.
Oh, look at him go. Ho, 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 ho.
You never thought of them as your friends at all. How sad.
Uh-oh. Damn it. Don't you look at me with those eyes. Oh, look at you. I tell ya. It's about time you went back to being a mere clown. You're no sorcerer, Upgood. You're a clown. A fitting end to your pitiful jester's act. Stay away. Get away from me. Stop it. Please stop it. Daddy, help me. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I don't know anything. I didn't do anything bad. They were the bad ones, weren't they? Horace, why? Why did you stop me? If you hadn't done that, Man, who would have ever guessed? I couldn't even trust the police. Nobody would help me. And then along came a spider. But that man, back then he saved me. It's crazy because... Oh my god! What the heck? Oh no! Oh my god! This is the best... No, this is the best. This is the best freak out scene. Wow. What was that karate kick by that little white animal? Oh my god. It seems the game is finally over. Oh, wow. I half expected the president himself to come walking in here. Like, haha, screw you, there were 2 body doubles. Okay, alright, explain yourself seriously, dude. Mr. Edgeworth, I must thank you. You have exposed the true identity of the mastermind. Now, I am free to... What? Drawing a gun would be most inadvisable. Stay where you are and do not move. I don't have a gun. You were the client who ordered. You do have a gun, do you not? You intended to draw and fire it without anyone noticing. He must have taken it from the body double when he killed him. Oh. This man has betrayed his bond of trust with me. He would have me kill the president while knowing full well he was the body double. Lying about a target is an extremely dangerous thing to do to an assassin. Not having all the cards on the table can seriously jeopardize an assassination. However, what is even more unforgivable is your deception and your attempt to manipulate me. The time has come for your retribution. Stop! I'd just let him do what he wants to do. Holy crap, dude! Are you serious? Is this happening right now? You are... It has been far too long, Shelley. Please step aside, that man is my prey. I must ask you to spare his life. Please permit this young acolyte to receive his proper punishment in prison. Whoa. Man, I would have loved to have been able to draw the art for this. That looks so cool. And if I refuse? His is the first life I've saved. I will not allow it to be taken away so easily. You saved a life? The assassin, Sir Handoken? Ironic, is it not? That I, the one who has taken countless lives, am making a plea for this young one's life. He saved my life, just as I have saved his. Before I knew it, I grew quite fond of the lad. You may laugh at me as much as you wish. However, I must ask that you spare the life of the boy. From one assassin to another, please make this allowance. I understand. If you are willing to go that far. Wow. Oh, man. You have my thanks. I am in your debt. No need for thanks. I simply felt there would be no merit in a fight to the death with you. That is all. And with that, I must take my leave. Wow, he just like that, he disappeared. Damn it, wait! You're not gonna find him. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I must thank you as well. It was necessary for this young acolyte to be put in his place. And that you have done. Now then, it's time for me to return to my humble cage, surrounded by iron bars. Right, Anubis? Right, boy? Oh, look who's here. I noticed there was no voice accompanying that. Oh. Hey, priest guy, you killed my dad, right? Indeed. I am not one to forget those I have slain. I see. You must despise me, boy with horns. In that case. Oh my god, dude. Do not panic, I simply lent the boy with horns my knife. Take that knife, and run it through my throat. A single stab should do it. I've long grown weary of my wooden carvings. Revenge. John, don't do it! John, please, I beg of you! Oh. Till just now, I'd intended to seek revenge, no matter how many years it took. Why are you still here? Didn't you learn anything from what just happened? They done spared you. This guy just saved your life. All your pain and suffering slips away. Everything becomes numb and you'll feel nothing. Yeah, you may be right. I thought about that while I listened to what you had to say. John. But the only one who would be satisfied with revenge would be myself, right? If I became a murderer, my mom would go through even more pain and suffering. My friends from the movie, too. And all those people who care about me as well. The boy with horns says some interesting things. That's right. I finally get it now. I'll never forgive you, but I'm not the one who should punish you. After all, isn't that what my mom and that prosecutor guy are here for? John. Ah, she's so proud. Well, you learn a lot in the movies, you know. Okay, perhaps you should study up a little more yourself. Ah, she's fine. Is that so? Well then, young one, it is time for us to depart. Where to? To prison, of course. That place will be our home. Our home? It's funny how, like, positive the interaction is with the criminals. Like, hey, we're just gonna move on somewhere else now. And with that, the case that involved and affected so many people came to a close. Wow, man. However, there was still one last thing I had to do. Oh. Get my badge back. Oh my god, I can't believe this LP is just about over. I mean, this is it, man. Mr. Edgeworth, sorry to keep you waiting. Why'd you call Uncle Ray and the rest of us out here? I needed you to see this.
Mr. Edgeworth, the formal proceedings have just come to a close.
What are you talking about? This is the place where I once relinquished my prosecutor's badge. Don't you remember?
This is your prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what is the meaning of this?
Consider this my resignation. I am no longer a prosecutor. I am Spider-Man no more. But you've seen Spider-Man 2 and you know what happens, right?
In order to save me when I was suffering from memory loss, a
certain man once said, the only ally a defendant has is their attorney. By trusting in their client, an attorney draws closer to the truth. The sight of that man still shines brilliantly in my eyes. Just as the image of my father fighting in court does. Gregory. However, this is nothing more than that man and my father's way of life. It's not mine.
Mr. Edgeworth,
I think I shall live as a prosecutor after all. Good, good. I see, so you've made your decision. I'm sorry. I mean, I feel bad for Ray too, though. No, I understand. That's your answer, isn't it? It is. Okay, then that's the end of this conversation. Don't regret it. Even if you beg me later, I won't let you work for me ever again. I understand. But you know, Miles, mind if I ask why you chose to live as a prosecutor? Mr. Shields, you asked me this before. To fight crime as a prosecutor or to save people as a defense attorney. I want you to think carefully about how you want to live your life from now on. I thought long and hard about that question ever since. How should I live my life? And after this case concluded, I finally found my answer. I want to save people as a prosecutor. As a prosecutor? Simon Keyes, he too was a victim. I don't know. See, there were parts of this where I kind of felt bad for him. He lost a parent in a past murder, and with it, the ability to believe in anything else. I too know that feeling. The feeling of losing what's important to you, and being unable to believe in anything. Oh, just these moments, you know. It's really in moments like this when you're thankful just to be a fan, you know, to know what they're talking about, just to be able to put it all together in your head. I doubted everything during my lonely battles in those days. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. The one who saved me was... Mr. Keyes. Mr. Keyes must have been all alone. Unable to find salvation from the law, he had no choice but to turn his hand to revenge. And I suppose he never thought to seek help from the police? No way, as long as Blaze was around, any evidence would be destroyed by him. Actually, didn't something like that almost happen today during Patricia's trial? Yeah, it did. I want to save those like Simon Keyes. So how would you save him? I'm sure this tragedy could have been avoided if only he could have relied on the courts.
But instead, he was cornered by Blaze the Best, who used the power of law for evil. The form of the law can change depending on who wields it. It can be at once a shield to protect and a blade to harm. That too is a contradiction of the law.
Everything's kind of harkens back to that story about the Oh, what was like the Emperor who had the shield that couldn't be broken and the sword that could pierce any defense? So they were like a contradiction? Anyway, contradiction, huh? That's true, it sure is a contradiction in the law. The way the law is right now, it isn't always completely right. The only way to right those contradictions is by joining in the court system. The one who could have saved Simon Keyes was not an attorney, but rather a watchman of the law, a prosecutor. I shall face the contradictions in the law as a prosecutor. I see. That's just like you. But you know, it'll be tough. It won't just be a walk in the park. It hasn't been a walk in the park, exactly. You'll be going up against the law itself. You do realize that, right? I do. However, someone must. Yep. Uncle Ray believes in you too. The law evolves and grows, just like all of us do. I'm sure you can pull it off. After all, you're Gregory's son. Your old man would never give up no matter what. His eyes always saw only what laid straight ahead. Miles, when you chose to live as a prosecutor, your eyes looked just like your father's. It looks like you've grown up a bit. I really wish your old man could see you now. Thank you very much, Mr. Shields.
Ah. So then, Prosecutor, would you like your badge back now? Allow me to formally return this to you.
Well, there you go. Please do. Man, I missed this thing. And with that, I am Spider-Man once again.
I, Justine Courtney, as a member of the PIC, do hereby return to Miles Edgeworth the rights and privileges of a prosecutor in the name of the Goddess of Law.
Wow. Ah. Prosecutor's badge data jotted down in my organizer. Nice. And with that, Prosecutor Edgeworth is revived. Great revival, y'all. That's great, sir. So then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, it's time for Uncle Ray to make his exit. I have to report to your old man about all that traitor in the Edgeworth family. Thank you for everything, truly. Next time we meet just might be in the courtroom. I hope you'll be ready. Uncle Ray might not look it, but he's an ace attorney after all. I look forward to seeing the attorney my father trained in action. Oh, why do I just get this horrible feeling we'll never see him again? Like, I don't know if he's like in any future games, but I have to guess he's probably not. But, oh, he was so cool.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, welcome back.
Judge Courtney, I must give my thanks to you as well.
To me?
You sought to fix the corruption within the PIC from the inside. That must truly have been a lonely battle.
No, it was not. For I was never alone.
Because the Goddess of Law is always by your side, right? You made me realize that one could fight in such a way. The prosecutor's office, no, the entire legal world is caught up in this contradiction. That cannot be said, right? There is a truth that will never see the light of day. It was only through your help that I was able to find this new path. One that fights against the contradictions in the law.
I too find that promising, as one of the service of the Goddess of Law. You shall certainly succeed in helping the law grow.
Let us meet again in the courtroom. I won't go so easy on you next time.
I must apologize for my shameful acts during the trial 2 days ago. Next time I shall fulfill my duties as a judge perfectly.
There's nothing to apologize for, man. I do not intend to speak regarding your ideals.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, was that an insult?
However, the greatest judge I know is one overflowing with humanity. Even during a trial, that judge experiences happiness, anger, sadness, and joy, and denial, and occasionally a craving for turkey sandwiches, but nevertheless, always hands down the correct verdict in the end. It's difficult to say. Sometimes I feel that perfection is not always correct.
So a judge too has the right to behave in such a manner. Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, when I pursued and fought against Blaze the Best, The goddess of law was not the only one by my side.
Ah, it's John.
When I have this cutout with me, I feel a strange sense of courage well up from within. No matter how painful things became, no matter how strong the foe, when I remember that I am not alone, I'm able to keep moving forward. Wrongs must be put right, for John's sake as well.
Right on. John too lost his father in a past crime. Well, who didn't at this point?
That is more important to me than even the words of the goddess of law. Haha! Though I'm sure the goddess would be angered by those words.
What's she gonna do? Your bond with your son is the secret to your strength, I imagine.
I don't have to be perfect. I just want to grow little by little. Both as a judge and as a mother. That is how I feel.
Seems there is much each of us has yet to learn.
Agreed. We are still but children before the world. Let us grow in our respective paths until we meet again. I shall look forward to that reunion. May the blessings of the goddess of law be upon you as you follow your new path.
More like my old path, but yeah, whatever. And there she goes. Anybody hungry? Though I once lost my position as prosecutor, I have now reclaimed it, so that I may tread a new path as a prosecutor. I shall surely reach the truth waiting at the end of this path, no matter how difficult the path may be. If any seek to stop me on my path, they shall receive no mercy, no matter who they may be. I'll shout out just one word: objection. Hell yeah. Oh man. Oh, okay, I was about to say something and now it's probably gonna prove me wrong here. I was kinda hoping to see Sebastian again. But they might yet show him here. Okay. Hey, you journalist! There ain't nothing more important than information. You may be my apprentice, but you're still my business rival. I can tell you everything.
That's my mentor, alright. I reckon you're even more prepared than me.
I don't know, you look pretty prepared. You got all the equipment, she's just standing there like a dumbass. By the way, would you mind me asking what sort of scoop you're aiming for next?
That's his top secret, I'll have you know.
Ain't no need to be stingy, I'm your mentor after all. Oh man. Oh, what a tremendous job they did with this one. Oh. Is he teaching Gumshoe how to point? Oh, hello, D-Killer. Oh, still got the thing there. Oh.
It seems that the wound on my left arm has yet to heal. The bodyguard who inflicted this wound upon me. His is a name I will never forget. Now then, shall I return to being a simple ice cream salesman? Perhaps this time I should try being a crepe salesman instead. For now I shall live a calm life, until my services are required once more.
Well, hang in there, mister. Oh yeah, I honestly thought that he would have had a bigger role in it, but it's almost a relief that he didn't, because... oh, there was just so much going on in that last case, though. I'm about to knock down once by that prosecutor named Edgeworth, but I'll keep on trying to escape. I won't limit down my fighting spirit. Ain't that right, Rocky? Gong, the sound of my next escape will bring out soon enough. Till then, let's keep working out. Good on you, Elbird. I also thought at some point we were going to find out that he had a bigger role, like that he was innocent or something. So they mentioned something like that at some point, that people were like in there falsely or false accusations or something.
I'm working as hard as ever. I spend every day covered in mud. Perhaps this suits my true nature far better than the life of a newspaper salesman. Once I leave the prison, I hope to earn an honest wage as a pet trimmer. Oh, my sentence has been extended? Because I was Warden Roland's accomplice? That's hilarious. Man, don't play with me like that, man.
Oh, any excuse to have him throw his hair, right?
What do you think I've been doing?
Whoa, did he say rat's ass there? Well, sorry, Frank. It was fun doing your voice, though. Oh yeah, the music too is just absolutely phenomenal in this game. It's by far, I don't know if I want to say it's my favorite soundtrack of them all. This Trials and Tribulations is still way up there, but I trusted him as my subordinate. There's no use fretting over it. The show must go on. I have to do my best so that I won't lose to the magic or ventriloquist divisions. I'll put on the greatest performance ever. One that'll blow away this entire case. Yeah, you keep at it. Shuichi! Oh, what a coincidence. Yeah, there was a couple moments in there actually earlier when I made that joke about, oh, she got to know President Wang and his Wang. It turned out a certain other person made the same joke. I didn't even realize it. That's soft to my old age. To think the life I saved on a whim 18 years ago would drive me to such lengths. Thanks to that, I am confined to my humble cell once more. Well, this time that child is here as well. Perhaps it won't be such a bore, right, boy? Ah, yeah, I liked Dogen too. There was definitely a sense there. Oh hey, these two, yeah! Today's dessert is chocolate cake. That gently melting moment of allure. I will wait for you forever, Kate. I shall come here every day, just as you and Raymond did for me. Monsieur Shields, Prosecutor Edgeworth, I'm truly grateful to them. I cannot believe I'm able to eat your desserts once more, Monsieur Master. Ho ho, I have been allowed to distribute my treats in both the detention center and the prison. For the past 18 years, I brought joy and one to all with my delicious joy and one to all. Lovely. Oh, man. I keep getting distracted by the voices and then I can't, like, get a coherent thought going here. Oh, wow. Yossi! Thanks for everything, boys! Yeah, no problem. How old are you? Of course I owe Greggy my thanks too. After all, I get to stuff myself with Jeffy's delicious desserts once again. Oi! Next time, maybe I'll use one of Jeffy's sweets to create a new drawing. The tuck-in diet. You tuck in your stomach while you tuck in the desserts. Oh, you were so British. Isn't that what they say over there? Like, when they talk about eating something, they're like, time to tuck in or something. It's hilarious. How's Larry doing? I'm glad I got me just catch up with the viewers, dude. The man, he calculates my beauty sketch. Oh no. Shannon was understanding and clapping me in the face with my sketchbook. So strange for my sketch viewers. I'd want me to walk out on me. Wait, that's the. What am I doing? That's. Oh, too late now. Maybe it's time for me to start. Do I take the path of the artist? Or do I follow the path of my heart? How many times do I have to tell you, dude? I'm the Reese! Oh, my heart, I mean, new lady. I don't know what he even said. Poor Larry, I tell you, man. Now Larry, I could see him being in the future games, in Dual Destiny / Spirit of Justice. Mr. Bad, thanks for all your help today. I'll testify about the IS-7 incident as much as you need me to. Prosecutor Edgeworth seems pretty active, too. He chose not to take the same path as Gregory, but rather to live as a prosecutor. While I'm kind of sad I won't get to work with him, but I'll continue to watch over him. We can still be friends. Yeah, it looks like you've grown up quite a bit yourself. I'm so happy. Mr. Bad actually praised me. If you ever need a hand for the attorney Raymond Shields, give me a call anytime, any place. That I will do. Oh, hacking format. Man, tremendous job on the translation as well. This, I would never... I said it before, I didn't even realize I was playing a translation most of the time. I wasn't even thinking about it, because this feels like a real game. And well, to be fair, it is a real game for the most part, but man, this was so well done. I didn't spot a single typo. There was one, like, grammar thing that I think I spotted one time, but other than that, you know, for an entire game, however many pages this would come out to, which has to be hundreds. Just, I can only imagine how long this must have taken. Oh, there it is, BigKlingy. That's the guy who's been in my comment section Oh, that's so surreal, though, to see that. See that in the credits of the game. I'm glad that my scientific investigation came in handy this time around as well. Good thing I rushed back here all the way from Europe. And now I have to leave again. It kinda takes the fire out of a girl, as you can imagine. You know what? This is all so that I can become an actual forensic scientist. So then I guess it's time to go. If anything comes up, be sure to call me right away. The second I get the word, I'll dash right over. Ah, it's so cool. Localization too. Yeah, well, a lot of people worked on this. Wow. This song's really good too. I'm just a sucker for 4th and 5th chords next to each other, I guess.
The greater the father, the greater the expectations of the children. Prosecutor the best, was it? His way of life shall be tested henceforth. Just as mine was. Mine on Sedgeworth chose to live a different life from his father, as a prosecutor. I suppose that too is an answer.
Yeah, we all gotta do what we gotta do. Oh, I love that shot right there. That was my favorite shot in the game. That stuck out to me so much. Just couldn't stop thinking about it. 'Cause, you know, Edgeworth's job requires him to be a bit of, you know... I could never have imagined the truth that my old man was hiding. Unlike me, who only thought about the Lang clan. My old man was trying to protect an entire nation. But I swear to you all that I will carry on his will. Even if the president was a fake, and the real one was murdered. I swear that I, together with my men, shall revive Zangfa with the piston arms of justice. Someday I will surely show blah blah. Oh, nice pictures. Da 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 da. Oh, even Simon's in there. Oh! Of course. I've asked everyone to stop calling me the best. I'm done with that shit. I don't like it. It makes me feel like I'm just borrowing Pops' power. From now on, I will be the Wind Waker. I shall study even harder than before and triumph over Pops. I'll become strong enough so that I won't lose even to Mr. Edgeworth. Now then, let's start by thinking of my new nickname. How about the Bastion of Justice? Sebastian of Justice or something? I don't know. Hollow Sebastian? No, that's probably not very flattering. A lot has happened, but thankfully the film was a roaring success. Roaring? Concept articles about the burner made our movie the talk of the country. A monstrous man appears from the mighty Mozilla. This is the true face of the monster who murdered the president of Zangfa. Huh? Isn't that you on the photo, Mr. Powers? Oh no! How could something like this happen? Oh, now it's fine, isn't it? It's thanks to those articles that our film is a big hit. Oh, much obliged. Aw, I always liked him. So many lovable characters in these games. Man, look at him go. So many names. Ah, I like that too.
John, I greatly enjoyed watching your movie.
It's no big deal. It's not like I had a major role or anything.
What are you saying? You played a key character who connects Mozilla and Gordy. There is no one else besides you who could have played the part.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it would be nice if there's a sequel.
Oh, trust me, there will be.
I really enjoy working as an actor. Mom, before we head home, can we go buy something? I'd like to decorate our home with a lion lily for Dad.
Then one will not suffice. You will need two more. One for me and one for Amy.
Aw, that's so cool. Thank you for all our supporters. And for Capcom for making this game. You got that right. Took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, what's happening here? Is Gumshoe finally gonna get his raise? Find out next time. I'm just kidding. Let's do it. Wow, we were really busy with all those cases, weren't we, sir? Indeed we were. Why did all these incidents happen in such quick succession? I feel like things are always busy whenever I'm around. Wait, Kay. Doesn't that mean you're a magnet for crimes? Hey, Gummy, that was rude. I do get the impression that he's not entirely wrong. So then, Kay, do you intend to resume your training to become a great thief? I don't know. Oh? Something on your mind, pal? How should I put it? I love this song, too. How many more great songs can there be? Till now, I've always been chasing after my father, so that I can become a great thief, just like him. But everybody's doing that these days, you know, doing the opposite of that, just like the previous Yatagarasu. But watching you, Mr. Edgeworth, made me think. Maybe instead of chasing after my father, I should find my own path. I mean, you didn't become a defense attorney either. Chasing after a parent's shadow isn't the only path in life for a child, after all. I mean, it never crossed my mind at all, really. Well, I shouldn't say that. My dad was always chasing after music. And I think it's, you know, he would have liked if I would have practiced more. Sometimes I still wish that I was better or that I had practiced more. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to aim to be the hero in my own way. That sounds good. But of course, that doesn't mean I'm going to throw away the name of the great thief Yatagarasu. No matter what sort of hero you become, K will always still be K. Thanks, Gummy. And Gummy will always be Gummy. Of course, pal. I'd like to keep pushing forward on my path to be a detective, after all. Mr. Edgeworth, look forward to continue to work with you, sir. Yes, I'll be counting on you, Detective Gumshoe. Detective, you saved me many times during these past cases. You have my gratitude. I suggest you look forward to your next salary.
Yeah! Oh no, really? He's really gonna do it!
Does that mean what I think it means? It's wrong. Do you want me to take it back? I'm saying that your salary ought to be raised.
Really, sir?
I can't believe it. Isn't that great, Gummy? Oh, it's like a dream come true. I can finally say goodbye to my instant noodle lifestyle. Oh, dude, oh my god, I can't take this. However, that doesn't mean you can start slacking off. The real work begins from here on out. You should prepare yourself. Yes, sir, roger that. I'll devote my body and soul to following after you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh my god, I'm so happy! Oh, it's like, no, I've wanted to see that for 3 or 4 years now, and it's just, oh, the resolution. Oh, it's just so good. He did so good in this game, too. He did so much great stuff.
The path Mr. Shields and Judge Courtney taught me is to take a stand against the contradictions in the law, and to reach the truth at the end of that road. What am I able to do? That is a question I must continue to dwell upon. Certainly this path will not be easy. However, what is?
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I didn't think I was gonna have to do this voice again, but here I am. When I pursued and fought against Blaze, the goddess of law was not the only one by my side.
Ah. That's cool. So Edgeworth's gonna say his bond too. His stocks and bonds. I completely forgot. That was sudden. What's wrong? I'm searching for members of the new Yatagarasu team. I'm not interested. Now that you mention it, I do remember you saying something to that effect. But in the end, I wasn't even able to find a single person. Can you imagine it? A team combining their powers in order to steal the truth? I wanted to create an invincible team like that, but... What are you saying, pal? Don't you already have a team? Together, the three of us can solve any case that comes our way. Yeah, you're right. A prosecutor, a detective, and a great thief. We're the invincible trio of heroes that steals, captures, and pursues the truth. Hearing all that kind of makes me feel sorry for the truth. Deadpan to the end, man. As long as the three of us are together, there's nothing to fear. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, you are correct.
Oh,
Even until his last moments, my father ran along his own path. I, too, shall advance along mine. Accompanied by my somewhat boisterous comrades. As long as they are by my side, I can walk forward without hesitation. On this new path as a prosecutor. Prosecutors and attorneys. The path I walk is not my father's. However, I am certain that the two paths are not separate. Though we may walk in opposite directions, our destination is the same. Why, you may ask? Because both paths lead to the one and only truth. Oh, this is so good. Oh, man. Oh, that's gonna make a beautiful thumbnail. I shouldn't spoil it by putting it as the thumbnail, but... Yeah, I guess I will save, but, like, where does that put me? If I start from there, I don't imagine what would happen. Wow, guys, so it's over. I finished investigations, too. The prosecutor's path. So, I mean, what else can I say? It's another one in the bag, man. Holy crap, it's getting really late over here, though. So, yeah, thanks everybody for sticking with me through this. It's been kind of a long journey. Probably, I don't know if this is the longest one that I've played yet, but it definitely seems that way. I don't know if any of my others made it to 70 parts, and even if they did, it might have been because the parts were 20 minutes long back then. But yeah, yeah, sorry if I haven't been able to, like, if there was anything, like, that I didn't do that people were asking me to do towards the end there. So I've recorded a little far ahead, because I'm like a week away from MagFest here. Actually 2 weeks away, but it's coming up, and I want to at least be ahead when it does come instead of having to do it all in the last couple of days or whatever. So I have been recording a little bit ahead, so like the day I'm recording this is actually December 20th. So, but yeah, thanks everybody for sticking around, and thanks for not spoiling anything, and thanks to the translators for coming in and talking about the experience of translating the game and stuff. That's been really fascinating to learn about that. So I never realized, like, there's so much more to it than just a literal translation. The one part when you're like talking to Simon and you have to and he keeps saying like the wrong words, like repetition instead of reputation, that kind of thing, you know, does not just translate literally. Like, you have to make up your own words because it's not going to come out the same in English as it does in Japanese. So things like that must have been, like, I imagine it would be fun, but it would also be a lot of work just to... Yeah, once again, I'm probably, as far as when I'm going to do Dual Destinies, I don't think I'm going to go straight to it right away. But more than likely, I'm just going to go, I mean, I'm probably going to take a couple months away from the Goddess of Law, or call it what you will. But we will finish this series eventually. And it'll most likely be Dual Destinies and then Spirit of Justice, and then I might go back and do, like, the Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, because I know a lot of people, you know, are fans of that. But I feel like that being more of a spin-off, and So as far as, like, keeping stuff in chronological order, that's not a huge deal to me at this point, and I'd rather just go ahead and get the main series out of the way before I start taking on any other spin-offs or side games, or call them whatever you will. I really don't know how to end these videos, especially these finales. Thanks again, everybody, and I will see you all real soon. Take care, and never give up, because good luck will find you. See you later.